Welcome to this explainer. Ever felt totally burnt out by hustle culture? You know the feeling you hit all your goals, do everything right, and somehow still just feel kind of empty? Well, you are absolutely not alone. In fact, someone actually wrote a whole book about this exact feeling thousands of years ago, and it is a wildly practical guide for modern burnout. Meaningless, meaningless, everything is meaningless. Wow. Okay, that is one of the most famous and frankly shocking opening lines in the entire Bible. Let's be honest, on the surface, that sounds incredibly depressing. If you just read that one quote, you'd probably think the author was completely giving up on life. It sounds like he's dramatically declaring that our relationships, our hard work, our achievements, they just flat out don't matter. So this really begs the question, is the author just spiraling into nihilism here? Is the Bible actually teaching that life has zero purpose? Well, as our source material points out, to really get what the author, who's known as the teacher, is saying, we can't just slap our modern English definitions onto ancient words. We have to look a bit closer. Which brings us to part 1, the true meaning of hobble. Okay, let's unlock this. There's a specific ancient Hebrew word that completely flips how we read this text. It shifts the whole tone from despair to something so much more profound. That word is hebel. To really get it, imagine stepping outside on a freezing, bitterly cold morning. You breathe out, and for a split second, you see your breath hanging in the air. It's real, right? You can see it. But the second you reach out to grab it, it just vanishes. You can't hold on to it, and you certainly can't control it. Translators often use English words like meaningless or vanity, but honestly, vapor or breath hits the nail on the head. So think about what vapor implies. It means life isn't inherently worthless. It's just impossible to fully control. It's temporary. It's fleeting. When the teacher says everything is hebel, he is not saying your life is trash. I mean, think of a beautiful sunset or your favorite song. They end quickly, sure, but that doesn't make them worthless. The teacher is just pointing out that life is unpredictable, and it won't give you lasting, permanent satisfaction if you try to squeeze ultimate meaning out of it. Moving on to part 2, life under the sun, seeking ultimate meaning within earthly boundaries. The teacher uses this phrase over and over, under the sun. He's using it to examine what happens when we look at human life purely as we experience it in this present world. Work, wealth, pleasure, aging, death. He's asking a huge question. What happens when a person attempts to find their ultimate meaning and salvation entirely within the boundaries of this temporary, earthly life? And in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, he actually tests this out. He runs a massive experiment by living out the ultimate dream, and it maps so perfectly onto our modern pursuits. He chased intense pleasure and entertainment, built huge real estate portfolios. He hoarded wealth, silver and gold, racked up massive recognition and status. Sound familiar? Today, that's chasing the corporate ladder, buying luxury property, and doing whatever it takes for online clout. By all modern standards, this guy won the game of life. He denied himself absolutely nothing. Part 3, chasing after the wind. But here's the kicker. Even after getting literally everything he ever wanted, he looks at all his success and uses this incredibly striking metaphor. He calls it chasing after the wind. Because think about it, you can feel the wind, right? You can see it moving the trees. But try catching it in your hands. Thinking that just one more promotion or one more viral post will magically silence that inner emptiness, it's literally like trying to catch the wind. You just exhaust yourself chasing something you can never fully possess. You get the promotion, the shine wears off, and boom, your heart starts searching all over again. This brings us to an absolutely crucial contrast. The text isn't teaching nihilism at all. It's teaching us the vital difference between receiving life's temporary joys as gifts versus worshiping them as God that can somehow save us. A gift? You just enjoy it with gratitude. A God? You expect it to define you, complete you, and save you. Work is a fantastic gift, but man, it makes a cruel God. Money can serve you, but it absolutely cannot save you. Relationships bring incredible comfort, but no human being can carry the weight of your entire identity. On top of that, Hebel perfectly describes life's confusing unfairness. We've all seen this, haven't we? The fastest runners don't always win the race. The smartest people don't always get the job. Sometimes you do everything right. You work incredibly hard, and you still get blindsided by circumstances totally out of your control. The teacher is hitting us with a reality check. Even with perfect planning and the best wisdom, we just do not have complete control over our futures. Good choices don't automatically equal perfect results. And that leads us into part 4, the eternal perspective. So what does this all mean? If everything is like vapor and we can't control the outcomes, should we just quit? Stop working? Stop planning? Just give up? Absolutely not. The text is calling us to humility, not inactivity. It's actually a push to engage fully and urgently with life exactly because time is so fleeting. Work hard, sure, but don't let work become your entire identity. Plan for tomorrow, but humbly accept you don't control it. Enjoy your successes, but don't expect them to fix your soul. And most importantly, love people deeply right now because life is brief. The temporary nature of life doesn't mean your choices don't matter, it means they are incredibly urgent. The whole ancient text wraps up with this really powerful conclusion. Fear God and keep his commandments, for God will bring every deed into judgment. By saying our choices are lived before an eternal God, Ecclesiastes proves it's not saying nothing matters. It's saying the exact opposite. Everything matters. True meaning isn't found by pretending our temporary wealth or status will last forever. It's found by living our brief, vapor-like lives in reverence and trust of the Creator. And our source material brilliantly illustrates how a Christian perspective connects these earthly frustrations of Ecclesiastes to the eternal hope offered by Jesus. Think of it like this. Ecclesiastes exposes the problem. Human work can't produce permanent gain, wealth fades, and success can't beat death. But the New Testament comes in with the answer to life under the sun. Jesus offers resurrection where death has no final word, unfading heavenly treasure instead of fleeting wealth, and eternal life as a gift. It brings eternity into view, giving us that permanent anchor our temporary lives desperately need. So, to sum up this whole explainer, lock in on this core truth. Meaningless does not mean your life has no value. It simply means temporary things cannot give you permanent meaning. You are not created just to hustle, consume, achieve, and eventually be forgotten. You are created to anchor your life in the eternal, taking those everyday moments as gifts instead of heavy burdens of identity. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a provocative thought to challenge how you view your own daily pursuits. Ask yourself right now, what temporary thing are you most likely depending on for permanent meaning? Is it your career, your bank account, the approval of others online? Remember, you cannot hold vapor in your hands, but you can choose to build your life on something that actually lasts. Thanks for tuning into this explainer, and keep seeking that eternal perspective.